Don't try and get information from Luuuu. It's not gonna work. Louisa looked you dead in your soul and she said, bitch. Try to ask me some sort of question about my wife and my child again. I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dare you. Try it. What is up, my beautiful people? It is your girl AMA, aka Alma. Welcome to the AMR, your one-stop shop for amazing book, movie, series, reactions, and reviews. So today I'll be reacting to episode 1 of the Christmas special. And like, without much ado, I'm excited to go back in the past, say revisit our girls and everything. So let's go. Let's get it. Okay, so October 2021. Just as it is, I remember we were trying to figure out the timeline. I have to let it play a bit more. October 2021, right? So we know that's in the past, because right now they're like 2022 or so.
Trouxe o Peixoto pra ver se esse soninho vem.
Peixoto. Yo, I forgot how this boy just went in, bro.
Por que isso agora, meu amor?
Vai, por favor.
Read the room, Leo. Read the room.
Olha pra mim. Depois a gente fala sobre isso, tá?
Vai, por favor.
Tá bom, filha. Mamãe vai deitar agora, mas amanhã a gente conversa.
Tá bom, eu vou...
No, but like, it's the way that you could hear that Valentina was about to start crying, and the fact that you could sort of see her about to start crying right from the moment he mentioned, can I have a little brother? And he was looking to her, because he didn't ask Luuuu, he was asking her, right? And that would be crazy. It's almost like even your son knows that it's like your turn, right? So when are you gonna do your part to add to the family, right? But it's also the way she just like, she didn't toss him off, but he sort of just like rolled off. That was kind of hilarious.
Mamãe vai deitar agora, mas amanhã a gente conversa.
Oh wow.
O Peixoto é muito gelado.
Yeah, and Luuuu. Yeah, one of those moments he was just wilding out. I think somebody reminded him of what he had to say. But I love that. I love that Reese was literally in character throughout all of that, right? Oh, she said I will. Yo, why didn't I see that the first time I was watching this though? This explains episode 4. Okay, because they had this moment and Valentina is like crying and Luuu's watching the reaction and she's seeing the pain and she's like, okay, I will. Whew, alright.
When the winter is bitter and cold and the spring is yet to unfold, may your heart be strong and your love
remain. I love the Christmas tree.
Summer sun is beating the ground.
I think it's such a cool idea.
Breeze nowhere to be found. May your heart be strong and your love remain.
Natalie, Priscilla.
May your heart be strong and your love remain. May your heart be strong and your love remain.
It's a pretty tree. Oh, you're a pretty couple. Even the candy cane is like fun, right? The candy cane Santa hat. Love it. Love these boots as well. I was just like thinking about, I guess last night, right?
Como é que você tá?
I love how Luuuu always goes straight to the point.
De pensar no que Léo pediu ontem. Imaginei. Você acha que vai te fazer bem ficar aqui sozinha?
So I love the parallel with, I think, episode 1 of season 1, when Valentina had first brought Luisa home. I think, right? Either episode 1 or episode 2, when Val had first brought Luisa home. And Luuuu was acclimating to everything around her, and she was like, I need some space. And Val was asking her, do you think you'll be alright being by yourself? I'm noticing that a lot of Valentina's responses to Luisa in season 1 were based off of moments that Valentina herself has had, and how Luisa has sort of been there for her in those moments, right? Which is fair. The only issue that might arise with something like that is the fact that they are fundamentally, well, not fundamentally, but they are different people. So what has worked to comfort Valentina may not necessarily work to comfort Luuuu. So we see in episode 8 that Val appreciates physical contact when she's having a panic attack. Luisa can't stand it. We're seeing in this episode that Valentina appreciates, Luuuu coming around, checking on her. Luuuu might need more space. So it's just one of those things that if you're watching, you can see like the differences between them and just how they come together, right?
Conversa comigo. Divide.
Right, talk to me, share.
Não sei se foi uma boa ideia ter chamado os meus pais hoje, sabe? Eu não tô no clima. Aí a minha mãe já chega com o jeito dela.
Understatement of the century. Isn't the easiest person to deal with. Girl. Your mother low-key a whole demon. Stop. Isn't the easiest person to deal with. Lah.
Amor, eu acho que você sabe que é importante sim dividir com seus pais. Principalmente com seu pai. Ele sempre te ajuda. Quer dizer, na verdade, seu pai, ele sempre ajuda todo mundo. Falando nele.
Oi.
No, because I remember how strange it was just to have this dude like looming over them, right? And I was like, bruh, when did you come in? Where are you from? How long have you been standing there? It's just one of those things whilst we're filming, right?
Atrapalho?
Nunca, né, pai? Vou deixar vocês dois conversarem, tá bom? Vou lá pelo Léo. Tchau. Também.
So cute.
O Léo tá lá no jardim?
Luisa's so warm.
Senta aqui. Como é que você tá, pai?
Bem,
Such a daddy's girl. It's so cute.
trouxe umas mudas pra gente plantar.
Ah, não acredito! Sabia que ontem ainda eu preparei a terra ali e fiquei pensando. Parece que eu tava sentindo.
Mentira, é no sinal.
Eu tenho uma novidade também.
Fala.
Comecei a ensinar o Léo. Ele tá se amarrando.
Não tá. Tradição da nossa família, então.
É, acho legal, sabe, a gente passar isso pra ele, assim.
I think family traditions are beautiful.
Obrigado, viu?
And if you can have them, they're amazing.
É, acho legal, sabe, a gente passar isso pra ele, assim. O meu porto seguro.
It is my safe place. Of course it is. Why am I feeling like there's more to this story of this place? Like, when Val says she started teaching Leo, is she talking about, like, in their back garden? Because where we see Leo learning about the plants and gardening and all of that is in, like, season 2. When, you know, Luuuu gets the reveal from Catarina, of course, that Leo's donor is actually Igor. So they're at their house, right? And we know that that tree house is where Valentina keeps talking about her favorite place, her safe space. So I'm like, okay, is her safe place at her parents' house, right? Like the tree house specifically, but just in general, that location? And like, if so, like, what is it about that place that makes it her safe space? Is it like that's where she would go to, like, run away from Catarina? Like, what? I feel like there's a whole story there that we haven't yet been told, right?
Obrigado, viu? Obrigado.
Obrigada eu também.
Man, the only thing that you need to do is check your wife, bro. That's all that's left. You a great dad. Get your wife. Dear God.
Léo, conta mais pra vovó. Como é que tá a mamãe?
Eu acho que ela tá triste.
Mas ela tá cuidando direitinho de você?
Aham.
Like,
Certeza? Ela tá te levando na escola? Tá brincando com você?
Eu quero ir no parque, mas não.
Luuuu has the same face because I'm realizing how messed up it was. Like, right from here, we knew she was up to no good. But actually, watching season 2, seeing season 2, episode 8, she had started gathering information to try and take custody of this boy all the way back when. That's crazy. But like the fact that she's using him to do it, like you're asking this 9-year-old kid trying to get dirt on his mom. It's so evil, bro. What's wrong with you? You're gonna take his words and you're gonna twist them, because so far he's been like, yeah, mom takes good care of me, yeah, she takes me to school, whatever, just that she's been a bit sad, which, by the way, he's such a perceptive little boy. And again, you can never underestimate how much children actually understand and how much they actually take in. But you can imagine this woman, you know, speaking for this boy and just twisting everything that he's saying. But I'm wondering what the goal is, because unless she's recording him, it's not like you can say, oh, he told me that. That's not going to be admissible in court. You would have to get the boy himself to testify. So, like, what are you doing, bruh? Are you just, like, looking for a reason? That means you've already made up your mind to take him. That means it was never about caring about your grandson. You had decided to take him, and now you're looking for a good enough reason why.
É mesmo?
Haha!
Tá tudo bem, Catarina?
She said, is everything okay? Luuuu.
Você tá indo aonde, meu amor?
Eu vou brincar com o Duque.
Vai brincar com o Duque?
Uhum.
Tá bom. Criança dá uma canseira na gente, né?
Don't try and get information from Luuuu. It's not gonna work. Louisa looked you dead in your soul and she said, bitch. Try to ask me some sort of question about my wife and my child again. I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dare you. Try it.
Criança dá uma canseira na gente, né?
Oh, look at that jaw flex. Look at the jaw flex.
Bom, vamos lá pra dentro.
You better run. Run. Oh, Luuuu. I low-key like that. That's... That jaw flex again. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Ah! It's gorgeous, bro.
Vou ter a comidinha dele aqui, tá bom? Vem cá, meu amor. Vem cá pra mamãe secar você. Não acredito que você tava... Vem cá pra mamãe secar você.
Such a cute puppy.
Não acredito que você tava brincando na chuva. Não acredito que você tava... Vem cá pra mamãe secar você. Não acredito que você tava brincando na chuva.
Yeah, I love the way they improvise with him.
Vem cá, você tava brincando na chuva, é? É filho da Valentina mesmo. Ah, quer?
That's interesting.
Filho da...
What's going on with Luuuu?
É? É filho da Valentina mesmo.
Like right here, she goes somewhere, right?
Não, não. Ele vai engordar. Ei. Tudo bem?
Ai, Marcos, não sei. Eu tô estranha.
Yeah, beautiful acting. Beautiful, because I could see that. Seems like Valentina gets her perceptiveness from her dad.
Tá bem, viu? Vamos que agora só nós dois? Deixa eu terminar de secar você. Você sabia que na sua idade a sua mãe adorava brincar na chuva também? É.
O Duque ele já passa lambendo a cara dele.
É? Você tá com fome, será que quer mais? Vamos ver. Ih, acabou. Ó, acabou.
Acabou, porque a gente deu tudo.
Valentina, toda vez...
That finger in his nose.
Valentina, toda vez que eu venho aqui na sua casa é a mesma coisa. Eu tenho que te dizer o que você tem que fazer na sua casa, eu tenho que te dizer o que você tem que fazer com o seu filho, com o meu neto. Mas se você quiser, eu posso te ensinar. Eu posso dizer direitinho o que tem que ser feito.
She doesn't need your help, bro. Like I can't even raise my voice. I can't even get mad. I'm tired of you. She doesn't need your help. She's fine. Everything that she's doing with her house, with her son, with her time, it's fine. And like there are people like this. There are people who are gonna make you think that you're not good enough. And that everything that you're doing is not good enough because it doesn't meet some imagined standard, but it's a lie. Look at her face. This bitch.
Nossa, porque eu não aguento mais isso.
Chega! Chega! Eu não tô aguentando mais. Você me humilhando, me diminuindo. Você
Said
como é
you.
que você faz isso comigo?
Mas eu não tô te humilhando, te diminuindo, minha filha. Eu só tô dizendo.
That's like the worst thing in the world for someone to literally be putting you down, constantly criticizing you, emotionally abusing you, making you think you're small and insignificant and stupid, and then to tell you that, oh, I'm just trying to tell you the truth. That's some gaslighting BS again. It's giving the mother from Tangled. Dear God, you're messed up. This is a mother knows best type ish. No. That's not okay.
Verdade. Que você já sabe. Eu tô
Her eyes are
dizendo
red.
que você precisa ouvir. Todo mundo sabe que o seu casamento, a forma de vida que você leva, tá longe do que você merece. Do que é melhor pra você.
No, I gotta snap on it. Because Catarina may be a bitch, but the actress though, isn't she channeling Snake here? Like literally, doesn't it look like she's trying to hypnotize Valentina into believing all the evil words that she's saying? Bro, that's brilliant.
Do que você merece. Do que é melhor pra você. Você Não tenho direito de falar isso.
Yeah, she does. Like, no one has the right to tell you what you deserve. You decide that. So if this is what you're happy with, they can decide not to agree with you. They can decide not to support you. They can decide to wish you had done something else. All of that is fair. Everyone in their opinion, but they can't determine what is good enough for you. How?
Valentina, você pode amar quem você quiser, mas o fato é que você falhou na sua vida, minha filha.
Not the way she tried to turn her head away and her mom didn't let her.
Que você falhou na sua vida, minha filha. Você não conseguiu corresponder a nenhuma expectativa sua. Você sempre quis ter filho, mas com as escolhas que você teve, é muito difícil. Inseminação artificial. Só para isso que vocês servem. Mas nem para isso você serviu. Você não serve para nada, Valentina. Cala a boca.
Did this bitch say you are useless? You are useless. Who says that to their child? You are useless. Why? 'Cause she can't get pregnant? It's not her job to get pregnant for you. She's not your baby mama. Yo, she was evil for real. I feel like there could be some mental something, but like honestly at this point I don't care. What's interesting to me is this, right? So Valentina's love language, from everything that we've seen, seems to be physical touch. So I just find it interesting that in her mother, what we have is the perversion of Valentina's love language. Touches that should have been motherly, should have been gentle, should have been supportive, turn into acts of violence almost. Like, that's one of the worst things that you can do, to assault a person, right, by way of something that should have given them love, should have given them comfort. So the touch on Valentina's chin, number one, right? That touch too, number two. And the way like Briar is just bringing the tears, bro. Look at Valentina's face. Number three, right? The ultimate perversion, because that's a gentle touch. That's her mother wiping away her tears, and yet it is her mother causing those tears. And this touch is almost a mockery, because you're wiping away her tears, but you're burying the knife deeper. You know what I'm saying? It's just that contrast is, for me, so powerful and just devastating.
Inseminação artificial. Só para isso que vocês servem. Mas nem para isso vocês.
And you can see the moment Valentina takes it in and starts to believe it. Like, you can see the moment she internalizes it. So Catarina doesn't bother forcing her to turn back, because first Valentina was resisting. Then Catarina forces her to stay and listen, and the moment it hits and it enters Valentina, Catarina leaves her. She doesn't have to force anything anymore. Her words are doing their damage. It's crazy. And she's watching this girl. Do you understand? She's watching her to make sure that everything she's saying is doing the damage it's supposed to. Look at her. Look at her. That's intense. That's on purpose. She's doing it on purpose. Just watch Catarina. Look at the way she's scanning this girl. It's crazy. That's insane. That's psychotic. That's psychotic. Are you telling me that she's intentionally doing this to Valentina? Just because this entire time she's wanted custody of Leo? What the go and adopt, you psychopath. What's wrong with you? Who does that?
Boca, Catarina.
Serviu só pra isso que vocês servem. Mas nem pra isso você serviu, você não serve pra nada, Valentina.
Cala a boca, Catarina.
Thank you. What's good, lioness? What's good, dragon? Kick this bitch out. Retire. Get her out. Let's go.
Você não tá vendo o que você tá fazendo com a sua filha, não?
Quem é você?
Eu
Pra
sou
me falar.
esposa da Valentina e você
Damn
tá
right.
na minha casa.
You're at my
Eu não tô nem aí se
house.
você é mãe dela ou não.
I don't care.
Você sai daqui.
Get the fuck out.
Me mandar calar a boca e me mandar sair daqui.
Sai daqui, Catarina, você tá na minha casa.
Valentina!
Sai!
I love it. I love. No, but like she couldn't do. She couldn't. She really couldn't.
Sai!
I love Luuuu being like literally this immovable wall that you just can't fuck with her like that, bro. You just can't. Love it. I remember in the behind the scenes they were talking about Luuu's entrance and about the fact that like bumping into Val that tiny bit the way she did was low-key a mistake. But at the end of the day, they still ran with it because the scene was so good. She didn't mean to bump into her, so it would have been cool to see like if it had gone like smoothly. You know what I'm saying? You would have just seen Louisa like cut in front of Valentina and just literally be like a physical shield protecting her from her mother, which would have been so cool. But the scene still works the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I just pointed out because I know you guys I know you guys know about it. You know what I'm saying? So I see it. Like certain things from the behind the scenes, I don't bring it up because we are going to get to the behind the scenes, but I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Você não serve pra nada, Valentina.
Cala a boca, Catarina. Você não
Yeah.
tá vendo o que você tá fazendo com a sua filha, não?
So the transition was a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Eu
Pra
sou
mim, fala.
esposa da Valentina e você tá dentro da minha casa.
See, it doesn't work. What Catarina usually does with her husband and with her daughter and probably even her son is to posture. Who the hell do you think you are? How can you talk to me like this? It's a little bit of emotional blackmail as well, but it doesn't work on Luuuu. So she tried it. Who do you think you are to talk? And she said, bitch, I'll tell you exactly who I am. Valentina's wife, this is my house. You ain't got no grounds here, bitch. I steady law too. Go. You know what I'm saying? It's literally the perfect counter because these are straight facts.
Valentina e você tá dentro da minha casa. Eu não tô nem
You said the way her face changed when she realized she has no ground to stand on.
Quem é você pra me mandar calar a boca e me mandar
And again, trying with the emotional blackmail. Who do you think you are? How can you tell me to?
pra sair daqui?
Sai daqui, Catarina, você tá
She said, bitch, get the fuck out.
Valentina!
Sai!
Bye. Oh, I can't wait for season 3. Come through. Love those tiny earrings. Hi, baby. Oh, there's still tears coming from her eyes.
Você não vai ouvir as besteiras que sua mãe falou, tá? Olha pra mim.
So it's interesting. because in like the space of what, like 5 minutes, we have these like contrasting touches. Her mom touched her on her chin as well, right? But where Catarina was forcing Valentina to focus on her and give her her attention, Luuuu doesn't do that. So where her mother's touch was very much a form of violence, very much a violation, very much a perversion, right, of everything that love is supposed to be, Louisa's touch, it fulfills that promise, right? Because Luuuu will always be gentle with Val. Luuuu will never violate her consent or push past her boundaries, right? So even here, when she wants Valentina to look at her, she uses her words. She asks. Right? And then she coaxes and she cajoles and she requests until Valentina's ready to take that decision herself.
Olha pra mim. Você é perfeita. Eu tenho muito, muito orgulho de você.
It's crazy because Catarina's words have already sunk in, and it's amazing how once a person has imbibed something and they've accepted it and agreed with it, it's amazing that you could have like literally positive words of affirmation overriding that, and it's not going to make a difference because this is what she believes, right? Catarina's words are so devastating because there's a part of Valentina that believes that that's the truth. You know, I was reading Attitude is Everything by, I think, Keith Harrell, and he mentioned the fact that we don't have to let what people say negatively affect us. Like, half the time, the reason why it does so much damage isn't because they said something. You know what I'm saying? If someone says something and you don't give a damn, it doesn't do anything to you. You don't care, right? But half the time, the reason why we end up so damaged and so violated and so traumatized is because we let part of ourselves agree with the bullshit that we're receiving, because it's somehow easier for us to accept the negative than to embrace the positive. And I don't know why human beings are that way, but we're just so hyper focused on our flaws and our faults, and we just throw all our positives and our strengths to the wayside. That has to stop, bruh. Has to. Right? I remember Princess Diaries. In the words of Joe of Princess Diaries, okay, no one can make you feel inferior without your permission. What does that mean? It means for some things like this, like not being able to give birth to a child, right? You might have to do the work to reframe how you yourself are looking at the situation. Because if you can change how you look at the situation, you take away anyone else's power to make you agree with some negative BS that isn't true, right? Part of the reason why that person is hurting you so much is because you've agreed with all the crap that they've said about you. But it doesn't have to be that way. Just because it feels true doesn't mean it is true.
Da pessoa merda que eu sou.
Of what a shitty person I am? Bro, you're the farthest thing from a shitty person. You're amazing, bruh. Do you see what I mean? Like, the distortion between how you're thinking about yourself and how you exist in reality? And it's crazy because you think her mother targeted just this one thing, right? The fact that you can't give birth, right? But it's not, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop as, oh, I can't give birth, I'm a terrible baby maker. No, it goes to everything. I'm a shitty person. Blanket. everything in her life, right? It's crazy. It's poison, and it spreads. Stay calm.
Você não sabe como é. Você não sabe como é não poder dar a única coisa que seu filho pediu.
It's interesting because I'm seeing another parallel. Season 1, episode 5, when Luuuu was talking about feeling sad that she wasn't able to remember Leo, and Valentina came to her and she was like, even though it's not the same as what you feel, I also sometimes feel sad. And Luuuu was like, what are you talking about? You don't know what I've been going through, bruh. I'm seeing a parallel here. It's just that Valentina's personality is, I would say, generally maybe more low-key, laid back than Luuuu's tends to be. So Luuuu's expression of this idea that you don't know what this feels like came out like a lot stronger, especially because she couldn't remember who Valentina was to her at that time. But they've all had moments in their life, in their relationship, where they felt like their partner couldn't understand what they were going through. And it's a fair point, because you haven't been through this, right? You just haven't. And it's not like your fault, and it doesn't mean you can't try and empathize or sympathize. But you also can't fully know.
Coisa que seu filho pediu.
There's nothing she can say, right? Deep down, my mother's right. Right. She's accepting it.
Primeiro eu falei como filha, depois eu falei como mãe, e agora eu falei com você porque nenhum filho eu consigo te dar.
So this is the way we sometimes like craft our own reality, and then we sit in this false reality of our insecurities and our flaws and our failings, right? Because we are extending one bad trait, or we're extending not a bad trait, we're extending one weakness. Let me say, we're extending one thing that isn't exactly the way we would like it to be about ourselves, and we're projecting it into everything, right? You cannot give birth to a child, yes, but honestly, giving birth to a child doesn't have much to do with actually mothering a child, with actually raising a child. People have given birth to children and left them by the side of the road. It doesn't alone make you a mother. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you can't give birth in and of itself doesn't have anything to do with being a good mother to Leo. The fact that you can't give birth doesn't in and of itself have anything to do with being a good partner to Luisa. And the fact that you wanted to be a photographer doesn't have anything to do with you failing Catarina as a daughter. But she's picked like one flaw, one thing, and then she's like extrapolated it to everything. So be careful, because some of y'all be doing that, and I sometimes do that, bruh. And I'm just like, gotta renew our minds.
Me deixa sozinho. Deixa sozinho. Por favor.
I remember watching it the first time. I wish that Luuuu had done more. Like, I don't know, like I wish Luuuu had like reached out and held her or something, you know what I'm saying? But watching it now, after everything that I've seen, I'm like, I get it. Like Luuuu was trying to give her space, and Luuuu was trying to see what she needed. At the end of the day, what she asked for was to be left alone. So Luuuu gave her that, which is valid, right? It's just heartbreaking that this is something that Valentina feels like she has to carry alone. Because even just looking at the college special, you can see that early on, they made a habit of like sharing their burdens and like trusting each other and supporting each other. So the fact that she's taking this as like her own like private cross that she's crucifying herself on, the fact that she's embarrassed and humiliated and ashamed, even to face Louisa, because everything else is external to her relationship with Louisa. Like her switching her major from law to photography, external. Whatever other thing Catarina might have bitched about based off of that, external to her relationship with Louisa. But this, not being able to have a child, feeling like she's not been able to give Lou a child, feeling like the burden of having the children is solely on Lou, that's direct to their relationship. So now you have Valentina not even really being able to face Louisa because she's ashamed. And there's no need for it. Lou loves her. Lou doesn't think like that. But as long as you're wrapped in your own private, hell of your insecurities, you're not going to see people or the world around you the way they really, really are. So that's why therapy helps. That's why having someone objectively, right, being able to walk you through some of your thought processes and walk you through some of the ways that you deal with the world around you and just draw your attention to how that may not be the healthiest is so important. I personally am an avid believer in therapy, and it ain't just cause Alice is fine. You understand me? It's because it's necessary. But yeah, this has been my reaction to episode 1 of the Christmas special. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed reacting to it. If you have, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me what you thought. Oh, Catarina is evil. And yeah, without much ado, I'll see you guys later. Mwah.